So I've been trying to decide for the last few days if this is a video I actually wanted to make or not, but because I feel like so many of my followers are aspiring YouTubers themselves, I kind of feel like this is something that I should address and hopefully help you guys out a little bit as you grapple with these new YouTube changes. Sometime last week, a lot of YouTubers woke up with an email from YouTube that basically said, hey, congratulations, your channel is demonetized now. Basically, the email said that if you did not have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of views within the last 12 consecutive months, you were no longer eligible to be in the YouTube partnership program, and from here on out your channel was going to be demonetized until you reached that point. And you know, YouTube has tried to come out and kind of defend themselves against all the backlash, and they have said, listen, 99% of the channels that are getting demonetized because of this policy change are making less than $100 a year in monetization anyway, so it's not a big deal. Like, get over it, is basically what they're saying. But I think the bigger problem that a lot of people have an issue with is it seems like with YouTube, every time there is a big scandal on this platform, it seems like it's the small channels who get punished. Now with the most recent Logan Paul scenario, if you don't follow YouTube drama, basically Logan Paul is a kid, he's like 22, he's a really popular famous YouTuber, and he basically showed a dead body in a video of someone who had committed suicide that morning, and just it was like such a tasteless, egregious, horrible video. And of course there was like a huge backlash from it, and a whole bunch of people were really upset, and it was discovered that YouTube had actually manually reviewed this video, and they had decided that this content was suitable for all viewers. They didn't ban it, they didn't restrict it, they didn't even age restrict it, okay, with a dead body in it. And there were lots of people who were really upset about that and felt like YouTube was basically making an exception for this one person because he has such a huge social media following and he obviously brings in lots of money to this website, so they kind of like turned a blind eye to it. For me personally, I found that offensive because anytime I have uploaded like a home birth video or a video about breastfeeding, it has been like immediately demonetized, and I've had to request manual review and wait for it to get monetized because we can show dead bodies here, but let's not talk about vaginas. That word is gonna get this video demonetized, I'm sure. The point is, there has always seemed to be a lot of drama that happens on YouTube, and the cascading effect usually impacts small channels more than big ones. So what happened after this whole Logan Paul disaster was they came out with this new change to the YouTube partnership program, and hundreds and thousands of channels became demonetized. Basically, YouTube is saying that they're doing this because they're trying to crack down on the kinds of videos that ads are being placed on. They want to ensure that ads are only getting put on thriving channels with good content that sponsors approve of having their ads put on. So they're trying to weed out some of the channels that might not be as appropriate or just as successful for ad placement as some of the other ones. And rightfully so, that has a lot of people really upset. It basically just feels like YouTube is saying, if you're just getting started, we don't want to give you a leg up. We don't think you're suitable for ad placement, but good luck to you. And I imagine that's probably how a lot of you feel who are watching this video. So what I wanted to really quickly do is talk about like why this might be happening in a way that is actually reasonable, because I feel like lots of people are out there saying lots of things about this and how evil YouTube is, and it's just like, let's just have a rational conversation about what has taken place so that way you might feel a little bit better about it and have some hope going forward instead of feeling like, well, maybe I should just cancel my channel. As somebody who is a YouTuber myself, I am not so far removed from being a brand new channel that I don't understand what it feels like to work really hard and not make any money from it. On the other hand, I am also an owner of a brand. I own a store called The Sensible Mama, and we invest money in marketing, whether that is through like actual marketing campaigns that we do online, or working with influencers on social media, or ad placements and things like that. So I kind of know the ad placement game as well, and I can understand a side of this story that maybe you as just a YouTuber aren't aware of. So I'd like to explain that today. So basically the way that monetization works on this platform is that brands or sponsors take a little bit of their budget and they throw it towards YouTube, and they basically say, like, place my ads on channels that you deem relevant. I don't know all of the behind the scenes of how those sponsors work with YouTube, but that's basically the stories. They're saying, we're gonna trust you and the algorithms that you have in place to help find highly appropriate channels to be placing our ads on that will hopefully drive sales and brand awareness and things like that. And that's all great. It's a perfect relationship. It's symbiotic. It means that as a content creator or an influencer, you're getting paid to basically create a space, like a vehicle for ads to be put on, and you're getting paid for it, and brands are getting exposure. It's a mutually beneficial thing, but it's only mutually beneficial when channels are being honest about their growth and their size and their engagement. And this is where I really feel like people have a little bit of a misconception about the poor small YouTubers who are being hurt by this change. And I mean, of course, there are really hardworking, dedicated YouTubers who were affected by this. Many of them are my friends. I got past this one by the skin of my teeth, and chances are if there's another change, I could be one of the people on the chopping block too. Still a small channel myself. But one of the things that they're trying to get away from is channels who are gaming the system to basically deceive YouTube and therefore sponsors into monetizing their channel when their channel isn't really thriving. So how are people doing that? Well, one way is through these like sub for sub, comment for comment, like for like pods that are out there. These are basically Facebook groups or Instagram groups or whatever it is, where everybody comes and they drop the links to their videos, and then all the people who are in that group scramble to go like, comment, follow, share each other's content. And the idea is that you're basically fooling the algorithm into thinking that your channel is really successful and having fast growth, when in reality, none of that is authentic or organic. It's just basically a room full of people all frantically liking each other's content, right? It's not real. It's kind of deceptive. So YouTube goes ahead and places an ad on these channels, and there's no return for the sponsor, right? There's no upside for the sponsor. The same people who are in your stupid little Facebook group are liking your post and commenting on it, and you're liking and commenting on theirs, and nobody is actually engaging with these ads. So essentially, you've got a brand who's paying marketing dollars to go on your channel, and you don't have a real channel. You just have a place where lots of people that you met online are coming and faking a response to your video. So the only real solution that they have is to like just make a blanket kind of statement where they say, all right, anyone who hasn't reached this cap is no longer going to be part of the program. And YouTube kind of has to do this, because if they can't assure their sponsors that they are placing ads only on channels that are going to actually lead to good, positive outcomes for that brand or that sponsor, sponsors are going to pull their money out of YouTube, and none of us want to see that. When you become a bigger channel, you might look back and be grateful at some of these changes that are being made, because they're trying to protect the partnership program so that it can continue to be profitable for the people who have put in the time and effort and energy to become successful on this platform. And so to you small YouTubers who got demonetized because of jerks like that, I'm really sorry. My goal is to like teach people that that approach doesn't even really work anyway, and you shouldn't be doing it, and just stop so that everyone can stop being punished for the crap that you're doing. But in the meantime, we all kind of have to deal with this. We have to deal with the fact that people are gaming the system and hurting the hardworking people. So what do you do as a small channel who has just been demonetized and you want to get to the point where you are re-monetized again? In my opinion, the first thing you need to do is, if you are in a sub for sub or like for like or comment for comment pod or group on Facebook, you need to leave it. Just get out of it. Don't keep up with it. Ultimately, you're going to hurt your channel doing this, because as these algorithms from YouTube get more sophisticated, they're going to figure out what you're doing, and you're going to end up getting shadow banned or whatever you want to call it. Like, you're going to be the person whose videos are getting downranked, which means not as many people see them and your channel doesn't grow. So instead of being in those groups, you need to be trying to gain an authentic following of people who love you and love your content. And the only real way to do that is through hard work. There's just no way around it. My tips, the things that I always think about when I sit down to shoot a video is, does this video do one of 4 things? Will it make people laugh? Will it make them cry? Will it inspire or motivate them? Or will it educate them or share knowledge in some way? In addition, you need to be focusing on making content that will stand the test of time. I know that we're all tempted to do vlogs. I do them occasionally myself, but this content that you make about what you and your family are doing on Saturday, like, first of all, what are you gonna tag that with that's going to get people finding it in the search bar? Vlog? Family vlog? Who's searching family vlog? You will never fail to get views if you're creating content that shares knowledge with people, whether it's product reviews or demonstrations or how-tos, right? If you're doing those things, not only is it useful, helpful information, but it's stuff that you can tag really well that will come up in the search bar. So that's one of the top things that you can do. Stop wasting your time doing content that can't even be easily searched. Create content that people are actually looking for on YouTube. You will get the views, you will get the hours needed, and you will get the subscribers, I promise. The next thing that you need to be doing is actively promoting yourself on appropriate channels for getting your name out there. Don't waste your time joining Facebook groups and pods and things like that where you post a link to your video and say, hey everybody, come like and subscribe. There are so many platforms out there that you can use that will actually cause you to grow. You can use an Instagram account to draw attention to your YouTube channel. And the great thing about Instagram is you can use hashtags. So you can actually tag content on Instagram with all kinds of hashtags, and now a brand new audience finds your Instagram, which has a link to your YouTube in it, and you can start driving people to your YouTube channel that way. So that's basically it in a nutshell. My goal today is not to deflate you, but more or less to tell you that there is hope. Like, don't go deleting your channel just because it got demonetized. You can overcome this. Something has happened to you that is unfair, but it wasn't meant to be unfair to you. It was actually meant to try to keep this platform a sacred place, to weed out the people who are gaming the system so that people like you can profit once you reach this new threshold, and you will do it. So although it sucks, I know you're so discouraged, try to understand that it wasn't meant to be a slap in your face. It was meant to be a slap in the face of the people who are gaming this system, and you were an unfortunate casualty of that. So work hard. If you need advice, leave me comments down below. I'd be happy to address them. I can do a series on breaking down this stuff further if I need to, so let me know if you want to do that. I hope you guys have a great day. If you're a small channel, don't be discouraged. Keep working hard. I love you, I mean it, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.